It always hurts a little bit, doesn't it? Thanks, Matt. Women's Health Wednesday now. October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. And according to the National Down Syndrome Society, around 1 in 700 babies in this country are born with Down syndrome. It's a genetic condition where people affected experience developmental delays, but with early intervention and support, they can achieve their full potential. Joining us now to talk more about this, Sue Waters, Director of Healthcare for the Residential and Day Program for the Center for Disability Services, and parent Laureen Colati. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
With us.
Absolutely.
Did I say your last name correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay, be sure. So let's talk first just from the medical side here a little bit. Explain for our viewers what the genetic difference is here for those who have Down syndrome and the developmental delays they experience.
So with Down syndrome, it's a chromosomal that happens during the birth, or not the inception.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's really important that people understand that the congenital defects, heart defects, is prevalent. With this early intervention, it's wonderful because we can get right on top of it, start doing the medical baselines, get the therapies in there to help with whatever is needed for that person.
Right, and it's 3 copies of the 21st chromosome usually, right? And that's why it's often referred to as trisomy 21.
Correct.
Okay, and some of the delays, before we chat with Laureen here, speech, motor, tell me some of the other things.
Occupational therapy, fine motor skills, speech, usually they're, folks could be overweight, there's sleep apnea, thyroid, there's a whole comorbidities included with this. But with this early intervention, I mean, exponentially the lifespan has grown, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
And as long as caregivers, parents know about this, and the medical profession is so aware of it, and the therapeutical interventions that are there, these guys can live full and robust lives.
Absolutely, yeah, and I mean, they achieve milestones as well, to make it
Absolutely.
very clear. It just takes longer.
Yes,
but that's
absolutely.
where the therapies come into play.
Absolutely.
Right, full disclosure here, and some people certainly may know this, that I have a 16-year-old son with Down syndrome, and our lives are richer having him in our lives, certainly. Laureen, you have a son with Down syndrome, an adult. He is a self-advocate. He is out there. I see him at the Buddy Walk every year where we're raising money for programs that help people with Down syndrome. Talk to me just about what your experience has been, because we know life has improved so much for people with Down syndrome.
I'm going to start with 2 things.
Yeah.
First of all, and I'm sure many parents who experienced having a child with Down syndrome got that he'll never walk or talk. Okay. So that's number 1. And number 2, I want everybody to keep in mind the center's mission statement, which states helping people get better at life. Those 2 things.
Yeah.
I wish whoever had told us he'll never walk or talk, as you can attest to, was here right now to see what he's done. What he has been able to accomplish is amazing. And I think it's because of that mission statement where everyone at the center is, we're going to help him get better at life. And he's just, he started off early intervention, like Sue just said. Day 2, I think we were in contact with someone.
Getting those therapies.
Yep. Came to the house, then we took him places. I think a big part of it was we made every effort to make sure that he was always around people who didn't have disabilities. So his school career was reverse mainstreaming. In a regular classroom, 90% of the day. In a resource room, 10%. So he had to model and reach up to whatever the normal kids were doing.
That is key, right? But that inclusion piece, because they're going to model their typical peers.
Yep.
And that is really, he has a job now.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Living with, he's living with other friends.
He's with 3 other friends, Niskayuna. He works at Panera's, been there for 16 years. So, won't walk or talk? I don't think so.
I was going to say, exactly, I was going to say, what do you think the biggest misconception is? But I think you've already blown that out of the water.
Yeah. And he has an active social life. I mean, our joke is he always used to say, I need to get into a residence because my parents' idea of a fun night is popping popcorn and watching Antiques Roadshow. What's that for a bachelor like me? I mean, and he has a social life that is incredible.
He lives in a 4-bedroom house, and we call him them the Baker Boys.
The Baker Boys.
Yeah.
Right, living
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
full life. So just one last point here for anybody who may get this diagnosis before their child is born. Sue and Laureen, really, what do you want them to know if they have fears and concerns? Oh my goodness, my child is going to be born with Down syndrome. What do you want them to know?
I just want them to know that with all the early interventions, the medical background, the doctors, the therapeutical, don't worry, we're going to make it, and they're going to live a full and robust life.
Last quick point.
What she said and more.
Thank you so much, Laureen and Sue. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, spreading the word. For more resources and to find all of our Women's Health Wednesday segments online, you can head to news10.com. Look for Women's Health under the Community tab. We'll be right back.
You're watching News 10 ABC, your local news leader.